Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to another episode of my Portsmouth Road to Glory. Today we are jam-packing an episode full of gameplay and lots of matches so we can get to the January transfer window just that little bit quicker. You guys saw in the last episode I found two absolutely amazing regen players that we want to sign as soon as possible. My phone's going off. I'm trying to record here. Honestly, Dad, leave me alone. Anyway, we're going into the first game here. We're going to simulate against Swansea in the Premier League. They are very near the bottom and they're not doing so well. And yeah, this I knew was going to be an easy win in the end. 2-0 after just 44 minutes. And then Dembele makes it 3-0. Game over straight away. And an easy 3 points. Now, the reason I want to speed things up a little bit, guys, is because part of me feels like this is going to be a filler season. A bit of a, you know, we're kind of trying to get into the Champions League. And this is the season where, you know, we missed out on Champions League last year. We're building our way towards the Champions League. So it's kind of a filler season and I wanted to move it along a little bit quicker. But either way, we're going into the Europa League, which, by the way, we're doing really well. And you can see we are 3 points clear of Aalborg. And if we win today and Aalborg drop points, we will go through in first position in the Europa League. So getting the 3 points in this game was absolutely vital if I wanted to rest my squad for the remaining fixtures. And it didn't really go my way early on in this game. You can see pretty much the exact same thing happened twice where I was through on goal. All I had to do was get the pass right and I couldn't. But either way, at half-time, we did go in at 0-0. Now into the second half, I started to play on ultra attack and I really went for it, guys. I wanted that goal. I did not want to have to struggle to get first place. I wanted to breeze Europa League. And I think that if we can get that win today and Aalborg drop points, this is when I was playing. I was just thinking if I can just get the win today, it would take a whole load off my chest, a load of pressure off my shoulders. And it just wasn't happening, guys, until the 82nd minute when I found a little bit of space out here on the left with McNerney and I just drive it home. And I tell you what, I celebrated that. I genuinely went, yes, you know, and I wasn't recording live, obviously, because I knew I wanted to get like 3 hours of gameplay into one 10-15 minute episode. And doing that live takes so much battery from my camera and stuff like that. So it made sense just to do this, a post commentary as it's called. It's nice to do it every now and again. But either way, guys, we do get that win. And now it's time to find out the result in the Aalborg game. You can see the second one down there. They lost to Young Boys. I mean, that is just perfect. So we finish top of the group in the Europa League. And it means the next few games don't matter so much. What a relief. I love that. Thank you very much to the other teams for failing when they needed to and winning when they needed to. But there you go. Into the next game now. Look at that. Nacho is... He's fourth in the top 5 there on the top scorers list. He's 2 behind Diego Costa, I think it was. So that was good to know that Nacho, even though he didn't start off brilliantly, he really is starting to score a lot of goals for me now. And we come very close to opening the scoring against Leicester here, who, by the way, I just want to say a massive grats to Leicester fans. I mean, holy shit. They are top of the league by a few points now, which is just incredible. And it's so good to see. Although, obviously, I want Arsenal to win. If Arsenal can't win the Premier League, I want it to be Leicester. But either way, in-game, they're not as strong as they are in real life. I did think I would win this game, even though it's away from home. And we did get off to a fantastic start here with Gray going through on goal. And he, of course, has actually signed for Leicester recently. So he scored against his own club, technically, in my video. But the lead didn't last long. A little bit of a lapse in concentration there, allowing Leicester to break. Kante passes it through to James. And I've got to say, this is a nice finish. A lovely ball in from Kante, but the way he's just lifted that into the top corner, Fiamozzi nowhere near close enough to get a touch on that. And we go into the second half at 1-0. And it kind of had a draw all over it, this game. As soon as they equalised, I knew for a fact that it's just one of those days. I had plenty of chances to score, but so did Leicester. Look at this chance here. I'm sorry, but you've got to score there. Fiamozzi comes out nice and quickly, though. I was holding triangle as soon as I could to bring him out. And thankfully, we get away with it. And then moving on into the last 20 minutes or so, Leicester really should have scored again here, having a load of good chances. Lots of crosses coming in. And here, if he wins that header, it's 2-1. It's as simple as that. And I had my own chances as well still towards the end of the game. In the last minutes of the game, Gray should have made it 2-1 there. So it really was... It was such an even game. Anyone could have won it towards the end. And I'm just thankful in the end that actually we got a point. I would have taken a point over nothing, put it that way. But maybe I could have won it as well. It's one of those things. You're going to draw some games, you're going to lose some games, and Leicester, they did quite well in this game, so I think they deserved a point in the end. And now up against Sunderland, who I believe were in, I think it was 15th at the time, and it was a home game. I thought, why not? We'll go ahead and simulate it. We'll probably win. Nacho gets 2 goals there, so surely he's going to be near the top scorers now. And look at that. Lewis Cook is now 78 rated. He has grown by 4 ratings within 5 months. I mean, that is overpowered? I don't know. But either way, we go into this game against Aalborg now. Obviously, we've already won the group stage, so this result didn't really matter. We got a 1-0 win. And now we go back into the Premier League up against Watford, one of my favourite stadiums in the game, Vicarage Road. And obviously one of the newer stadiums that came out in FIFA 16 for the promoted clubs. And to be honest, Watford in general, I like the club. I like the players they've got. They've got some really fantastic midfielders that I like to use, Kupue being one of them, but he was not playing in this game. And lovely pass and move there from us. We were really playing some nice football in the first half here. And we do get rewarded with a brilliant goal. Look at that from Nacho. As he was falling over on the turn, he manages just to kind of, I don't know if it was a toe poke. It kind of looked like it when I first scored it, but you'll see in the replay here, he actually gets his whole foot wrapped around the ball as he's falling away from it. And it's a lovely finish. Look at this. The keeper really close to it, but not close enough. So starting off the game strongly here, I wanted to get that second goal and feel comfortable throughout the rest of the match. And we come very close there with Chevalier. A lovely left foot finesse shot across the goal, but well saved by the keeper. Now 5 minutes before half time. You ever want to see some good defending? Watch this. I mean, yeah. Okay, we're not gonna watch that again. Let's just skip. That was an absolute joke, but luckily enough, Gomez with a beautiful run into Riley, and he makes it 2-1 straight away after conceding. So going in at half time, 2-1 up. And that goal that we conceded can well and truly be forgotten. It was absolutely, it's shambolic. I was trying to select Baumgartel and I just couldn't. It would not let me select the best player available there to defend it. But either way, look at this hilarious moment where I had about 4 shots in the space of 3 seconds. Let's have another look at this. It's incredible from the keeper. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in this career mode so far. Really should have been making it 3-1 there. But we had one more chance in this game to do so, and it fell to Gray. I mean, he is scoring so many goals lately. He may have missed an absolute sitter against Leicester in the last few minutes, but he made up here by making it a 2-goal gap, and that's exactly what you want up against a team like Watford, who can hit you on the counter-attack with some very good strikers. Igalo, for example, what a striker he is in real life and in this game. Very powerful and a good finisher as well. But the game ends 3-1. And I was super happy with that result. It could have gone either way in the first half, but we played some great stuff to get the early goal. And since then, we looked pretty strong. And then up against Everton, we got a 2-1 win at home. And then away to Hull City. I knew this result wasn't going to be good. I decided to sim it anyway. And we get a 1-1 draw. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But I noticed they had a red card after 5 minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, but how can you play with 10 men for pretty much the whole game and not lose? Doesn't make sense to me, but we get some more growth in training now. Chevalier is now 80 rated and Europa is 77. So we're getting some really nice growth throughout the squad as we move into the last game of the episode. And West Ham are down in 16th. And I bet you guys can't guess who are bottom of the league without a win. Go on, I dare you. Try and guess. Leave a comment below. Which Premier League team do you think is at the bottom? You would not believe it. I will show you in the next episode. But in this match, we had a few tired legs. We brought on Yarmouth in for this game up front. Obviously, he's got 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills. And it wasn't working out at all. As you can see, we had one highlight from the first half. We were just not getting any chances. But in this second half, he started to come alive. A lovely bit of play inside to Houston there. And we probably should have done better. Houston's missed a very simple chance there. Really should have scored into the far post. But unfortunately, we couldn't. Hassan with a lovely catch there under pressure from the defenders. And then this happens. So I had Fofana playing. Can I just say, Fofana has to be one of the most underrated players I've used in this game. He's an absolute monster on the ball, and he wins us a penalty, which Houston does convert. There you go, a 1-0 lead now going into the last 5 minutes or so. And that is exactly what we needed. And we're on our way to getting another 3 points in the league table. Lovely penalty from Houston right into the top corner. And that was going to be the end of the game. So there you go. We've done really well in this episode. I know we got the draw against Hull, but of course when you simulate games you are going to drop points here and there, especially away from home. And to finish things off, guys, it meant we were 3 points clear of Spurs but a massive 9 points behind Chelsea. So the next game is actually Chelsea at home. I mean, that's huge. If we can win that, it's going to be 6 points. So we absolutely need to do it. So don't forget to leave a comment below who you think is at the bottom of the league. And while you're there, please do hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here and check the official store for the latest gear. And I will see you in the next episode very soon. But tomorrow, it's Rage to Glory.